messages are to assist you in remembering or letting go of something from that previous lifetime or that timeline as well. So sometimes we want to embody something, sometimes we want to let go of something. And so you could be gravitating towards something, but there's always a message. There's always a message within whatever you are gravitating towards. Hello, welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited you are here. There are signs, literally signs everywhere. The universe is always sending you signs. Spirit, God, creation, whatever sacred title you give that being is constantly sending you signs. Are you paying attention? Have you ever seen a feather? Yes, a feather. Feathers are one magnificent, miraculous way that creation is trying to send you a message. Feathers have different symbolism depending on what they are. So sometimes the symbolism is the actual bird it is coming from and what medicine it wants to bring you. So let's say you have a turkey feather. It's medicine from the turkey that wants to support your journey. Oftentimes, though, feathers are symbols that there are messages from God, universe, that want to get your attention. White feathers mean purity, that the angelic realm is all around you, that you are protected. If you find a gray feather, there is a neutrality or there's an invitation for peace to come in a challenging situation. Different colors have different meanings, so you can look up the meaning, you can do a quick Google search. But the main thing is when you do get a message with a feather, stop and pause and ask yourself, what is the symbolism here? What is the message? You don't need to look outside yourself to figure out the message. I also love using the records that reside within us, the Akashic Records, to obtain this information as well because it's personalized to me. Anytime you Google something, it is personalized to the person that wrote that or a general personalization that has been passed on. Same things that go with crystals and rocks as well. Now, crystals can also be a sign from the universe. Oftentimes, I will feel this like gravitational pull towards a certain type of crystal. I've been working with Libyan Desert Glass recently. It's a form of moldavite. Moldavite is a trade name, so a lot of people know Czech moldavite. But this Libyan glass is way less expensive and it breaks illusions from the mind. And so my guides are pulling me towards something. I can feel this gravitational pull and the crystals are trying to send me messages, and crystalline beings are also messengers from all the different realms that want to support us, from the galactic realms, because some of the crystalline energies are from the starseed planets. And because of that, sometimes our starseed origins want to come in to give us messages. And those particular crystals can activate those starseed messages. So for example, the Libyan glass, the Libyan Desert Glass, helps us to break through illusion, helps us activate those starseed lineages, starseed activations, and it's a super powerful crystal. This can be for any type of crystal. Maybe you're really gravitating towards rose quartz. That is an encapsulation of you are loved, you are always loved, the divine loves you. Can you recognize it? Can you recognize that you are loved? And so this pull can be messages from the universe as well. It's like, hey, pay attention to me. Hey, I got a message for you. Numbers can also be that as well. So I've done other episodes. We like episode 222, we did what do those numbers mean? And so if you want to check out that episode, we'll link it in the show notes and the show description as well. But you can find different angel numbers. So 111, 1111, 222, or 2222, 1010, 333, 444, 555. All of these numbers and so on and so forth have particular messages for you. And those messages are meant for you to slow down and pay attention to. Like one of my favorite sequences, and the reason why I did the episode on 222 for episode 222 is because that is a number that speaks to me all the time. It has been my number. I have had numbers speak to me since I was a little kid. I had like different learning disabilities. The one thing I always gravitated towards and the thing that I was good at was math and numbers, because I could feel this powerful energy behind numbers. And you don't have to be into math to be into numbers, but you can have a noticing of numbers on like, oh, I keep seeing that number all the time. What does that mean? And then there's also significance in numbers as well. So like my husband family has like a big connection to the number 26. Like it's a huge connection. And so naturally I'm gravitating towards that number as well, because we're in communion, we're in relationship with each other. And so anytime I see the number 26, it automatically makes me think of my husband and his family. And so other numbers also have different meanings. And so they don't have to be the meaning that's on Google as well. You want to notice what you're noticing. Notice what that feels like in your body. Another big number for me is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a sequential number, meaning in pure alignment. Just keep going. And it's a similar one for 222 for me. It's like you're on the right path. Keep going. But they feel different in my body. And now you don't have to have a very strong clairsentience, meaning very clear feeling with your clairs. You could have just a visual or a knowing, or just trust. Like what you're getting is true for you. Another big thing with numbers is I've been recently getting downloads on doing more math, which is really funny. So my first thought was maybe I should get like a math book, because I've been having this really big gravitational pull to do more math. And sometimes the message doesn't actually coincide with the original thought that you are having. So here's the funny thing. So I've been having I really want to do more math. I want to do more adding and subtracting, more multiplications, just basic math skills that I wanted to refine, just because I used to love doing it as a kid, but I kept getting this intuitive hit, more math. And so I'm like, okay, I'll start studying more math. And if you don't know, we recently just did our live crystal show, and we're doing this weekly now. And after the second week, I was telling my assistant, I'm like, here's something really funny. I have been getting this desire, having this desire to do more math, and here it is. The universe was pinging me, the universe was sending me a sign that I'm going to start doing more math, and this is in the way that I'm going to start doing it, because we're constantly adding and subtracting based on people's orders. And so I just found it super comical, because sometimes the message is not exactly what you think it is at first. And it's not the thing that first meets the thought that you have in your head and what you were receiving as a download as well. Because I was getting a clear message, do more math, study more math, and then here was the opportunity. I allow it to just flow into my life very, very naturally. One of the other things that I also started doing, because I started getting that download, was not pulling out my calculator on my phone to do more math in my head, because I do think that doing math in the head and practicing those skills that we have not practiced as much as we used to, and I'm saying me, you might be practicing this all the time, but I think the majority of people use their calculator on their phone because it's quick and easy, and why not, right? But I think that there is something really magical magical about using those neural pathways in the brain to allow math to speak to us, because we are super connected to numbers. Everything in the universe comes down to a mathematical equation and sacred geometry, which is a mathematical equation. And so I find it very interesting, very, very interesting. And just a side note, if you are interested in joining us for our live crystal show, please join us. It is happening every Thursday unless I'm traveling or there's a holiday. And you can check out the schedule at theamyrobeson.com/free, or you can go to theamyrobeson.com/crystals and check out what that looks like. I'm super excited about this because we are offering different crystals. I've been going on a deep dive into getting more into our inventory, because there's this pull. Like, I can feel the crystals speaking to me, and not only the crystals, but the light codes that are attached to them. And what I'm doing during this live show, and you don't have to join the live, you can always DM us if there's something you see that you want to claim, you can. But what I'm doing is, and what I got very specific guidance on with the crystals, because again, these are all messages that I'm getting very, very clearly. And you can start getting more messages the more you pay attention to the signs that you're receiving. And so the messages that I was getting about the crystals, first it started with this unbelievable desire to buy more crystals. Like, I've been buying crystals for a very long time. We buy them for our crystal kits. I used to have a crystal membership club where people would buy crystals and we would do activations with them. And then I shut that down just because I moved and it was a lot of work without having someone local to help me. And so I now have a local assistant, and I started buying inventory before I even got the download that we were doing this show. And now we're doing this show, and what's different and unique about it is all the light codes that I am gifting anybody that buys that particular crystal or mineral for the first time. You get an activation, light code, light language, meditation that's attached to it that allows you to step into the light matrix, into light codes of the actual crystalline energy. And so if you're interested in that, don't miss out on this show. If you can't join the live, you can always watch the replay. We're doing it on Facebook. I know we have a large audience that goes on different social media platforms. So if you are interested in me doing this on another platform, please let us know. I grew my business and started my business on Facebook. And so we do have a very big following on YouTube. We have a following on Instagram, not really much on TikTok, but I'm happy to explore other options if you guys listening here on the podcast are wanting me to do it on a different platform as well. So let me know, and then let's jump right back into the light codes. So one of the other ways that we can pay attention to messages from the universe is obscure things that you're noticing. So let's say you all of a sudden see a really pretty seashell while you're walking on the beach, and then all of a sudden you see another type of seashell that has that same pull. There could be some messages from the crystalline energy within the sand and the seashells that are trying to get your attention. Or it could also be that you're tapping into a past life where maybe you were a mermaid. I have done past life regressions for people that have had Lemurian past lives as mermaids, and I've done past life regressions for people that have had Atlantean mermaid past lives as well. Very different energies, very different things. And so you could have also been a fish or a seahorse in a previous lifetime as well. And so sometimes the messages are to assist you in remembering or letting go of something from that previous lifetime or that timeline as well. So sometimes we want to embody something, sometimes we want to let go of something. And so you could be gravitating towards something, but there's always a message. There's always a message within whatever you are gravitating towards. Also, you might notice a rainbow. The rainbow has a message for you. Maybe you notice a double rainbow. The double rainbow has a message for you as well. Rainbows symbolize hope, like major hope. They, like, the second you see a rainbow, there's like this awestruck that happens, right? And then when you see a double rainbow, it's spiritual expansion. When you see a rainbow inside of a crystal, there's so many meanings with rainbows inside of crystals, because it depends on also the crystal that you're working with and its minerals or what type of crystal it is. But anytime you see a rainbow in a crystal, there is a beautiful light reflection that is reflecting back to you that you are one with the full spectrum of light and that you are whole. And there's messages within that rainbow that are just like going, come on, let's go explore, let's go play, let's see what wants to come forward for you. But it's also a major reflection of your purity and your wholeness. It's so beautiful. There's lots of messages all around you. Are you paying attention? Are you wanting to understand them more? If you're wanting to understand them more, highly recommend meditating, highly recommend having a spiritual practice like the Akashic Records, or anything that allows you to tap in and trust your intuition. And the main thing is to practice. All right, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share this with a friend. Bye.